With the coming of the 21st century has grown a lot of hype with the going green concept. A dominant part of this is the idea of having fuel-efficient vehicles, example, hybrid cars. Most people this day and age know at least somebody or has somebody in the family who owns a hybrid car. Well, first off, what exactly is a hybrid car? From www.dictionary.com, it's classified as an automobile with more than one power source, such as an electric motor, an internal combustion engine, or an electric motor with battery and fuel cells for energy storage, also called a hybrid vehicle. Now, there are different types of hybrid. As you can see, they have different qualifications depending on what they are. They range anything from a mild hybrid, full hybrid, plug-in hybrid, or a muscle hybrid. As a note, muscle hybrids aren't true hybrid cars. They're simply cars that have used electricity to help them boost their power. What are these qualifications? Well, first off is the idle-off capability. Idle-off capability is when a car is in the idle position, the gas engine actually shuts off, and then when the car continues to move again, the engine turns back on. So when you stop at a red light or when you're in stop-and-go traffic, the engine will shut off and then turn on when the gas pedal starts again. Second qualification is regenerative braking. Basically what happens is that the electric motor turns into a basically regenerator, and when the car is braking, it turns the kinetic energy from the car into electric energy and powers the battery. Next is the third qualification, power assist and engine downsizing. It basically means that the car contains an engine and a battery pack. The battery pack must be powerful enough to at least help the car when it's accelerating. So it continues to have the power for it and continue to help it accelerate. When it meets the first three qualifications, it's classified as a mild hybrid. Next, you have the fourth, which is electrical-only drive, and it basically is exactly as it says, is that the car can function and drive on its own as a hybrid vehicle. So it's charged completely by the electric engine and battery pack. When it meets the fourth qualification, it's considered a full hybrid. The last qualification is basically an extension of the fourth. It just means that an electric car can drive 20 to 60 miles per hour completely on its own. Also, it reaches the status as a plug-in hybrid, which means that it is charged from basically just being plugged into a wall. Hybrid cars are becoming increasingly popular, which isn't a surprise because in an article by Jim Modavelli in the Environmental magazine, he states that J.D. Power and Associates found that 50% of respondents consider the next car they buy to be a hybrid. Why? Well, he also found that J.D. Power and Associates say that 80% of people are concerned with growing gas prices. As we heard a speech before, it's a concern. In an article by Phil McKenna in The New Scientist, he says that a hybrid car saves 20% at the pump at a very minimum. That's if you're still using gas. People are even willing to pay $1,000 to $10,000 more for a hybrid vehicle. But in the long run, it does save. In an article by John Rockland in Mother News, he says that in 5 years, a simple hybrid car has the potential to save $4,600 in gas alone in 5 years, and in 10, $10,287. Currently today, for full hybrids, we have Ford, who have the Escape hybrid and the Ford Mercury Mariner hybrid. A dominating factor is the Toyota Lexus RX 400h, a very common Toyota Prius, it's one most people know of, and the Toyota Highlander hybrid. The next step in revolutionary technology is coming up with the 2012 Toyota plug-in hybrid. This car, it hasn't been quite released, it's still in its prototype stage, and they're only releasing 500 right now for practical use. The Toyota Prius plug-in hybrid can run up to 62 miles per hour using electricity alone, as well as it only takes an hour and a half to recharge. And there's a quote you see by Brad Berman in an article in March 2010. It says that it has electric driving for about a dozen miles and then a regular old 50 mile per gallon Prius, which means that on average it's only about 75 miles per gallon for this car. Well, thank you for your time. It's been great.